I'm Henry Allen, president of the Pittsburgh and Lake Erie Railroad. Welcome to the P&LE and to a career in railroading. You're about to become involved in a very old and very important industry, one which literally helped build this nation. You'll be joining a first-class railroad team dedicated to providing you with safe working conditions and an opportunity to grow and advance. For nearly a century, the P&LE has been very successful in attracting top-flight railroad people, hardworking and dedicated, who are responsible for our successful railroad operation. You see, we believe each person is very important, for each of us is dependent for his or her success, or perhaps even survival, on all the others. You're about to see a brief film of railroading on the P&LE. I hope it will also impart to you some of the enthusiasm and excitement that we feel in the railroad industry. So welcome aboard. I hope you'll be as pleased and proud to be a member of the Pittsburgh and Lake Erie Railroad team as I am.
See what it was like, railroad. My job mainly as a brakeman is moving freight, switching cars, placing them, delivering them. You're not in one spot. You get to move from yard to yard, or you can even go on a road. So you don't really ever get tired of it. You got to be careful. You always got to be watching for close clearance. You're hanging on the side of the car, and it's going down the track, and you're getting kind of close. You better move out of the way, or you can get knocked off or squeezed. Just don't get hurt. That's what they specify mostly in railroad safety. It takes a lot of people to keep the railroad moving. Trains run 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
Well, we had a derailment last night, a minor one. Just 2 cars, but it's in the middle of the train. He was doubling from...
Even though I still get trouble calls at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I sometimes feel my job is demanding, I wouldn't change positions with anyone.
Geeps office.
Bill, Roy Hawley.
Yes, sir.
Have you notified Fallsgraph yet in connection with this delay in the ore at Youngstown?
Yes, sir. I talked to him there this morning, and he said that the ore that was derailed, he wouldn't need down there till tomorrow morning.
Oh, that's fine. We'll probably be able to get it out on WM6 tonight then.
Yes, sir.
All right, Bill. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir.
As well as being a central control point for all train movements, Pittsburgh houses all the departments that are needed to operate our company.
Well, the first recollection I have being interested in a railroad is when I was 10 years of age. I saw a passenger train going by, and I asked my sister how you became an engineer. And of course, she said you first have to get a job as a fireman. So I pursued that kind of work from the time that I was 16 years of age. Since 1923, that's 52 years now. In those days, if you were out in the country and no matter what you were doing, the roar and the thunder and the fire, the breathing, the smoke and everything else, it just kind of stirred up the imagination. We haul the raw materials for the mills, coal, iron ore, limestone, and coke. Anywhere from 10,000 to 18,000 ton per train. And that's a lot of coal in a train, I'll tell you. railroad to function, one department is not any more important than another department. Without the track maintenance, the trains could not run.
You get a call at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning, you're in a nice warm bed, and they say, John, come on out, we got a broken rail. So you put on your long underwear and your thermo shoes and you go out there, and a lot of people would probably say that you're nuts for going out there to do it, but for some reason the railroad gets into your blood after so many years I've been here, and I feel that everybody puts a part into the P&LE Railroad, and if my part of the work isn't done, and the next guy comes along and he brings the train down and he derails, we've lost time, we've lost money, and we've lost production. In comparison, today's times are far superior than it was years ago when we handled any type of material, rails, ties, anything that was heavy that required anywhere from 6 to 18 or 20 men. We could do with one man and a piece of equipment.
The conductor's job is to expedite the trains over the road. He gets these instructions from Pittsburgh, and wherever they want the cars, well, that's where you take the cars and set the cars off at certain station points. And if there's any pickup, you pick up.
The car shop builds cars and rebuilds cars and repairs cars that have been heavily wrecked. This is similar to an automobile body shop. When a car is severely damaged, we cut it to pieces and put it back together. With the exception of painting, it's ready for the road. I haven't had much trouble as a foreman having people work for me. I ask people to do what I would like to have done, and by asking them, I usually get good results. I think if you go around demanding things, people slow down on you. They expect you to treat them like a person. And if you treat them as you'd like to be treated yourself, everything runs a little smoother. You have to be really careful around the shop with moving equipment and people moving around the equipment. Any accident is one too many. You don't like to see anyone get hurt, put out of work.
Something good is going to happen to you. It's going to happen to you. This very day, something good. You might say that this job is not important. Watering is not important. Fueling is not important. Seeing about their sin is not important. But I would ask myself the question, where would the engine go without the fuel, or without the water, or without their sin? So I reached this conclusion. It's all a job that must be done, and must be done properly if the operation is going to be successful. And that's the way I look at it. There's no menial job with me. I think sweeping the floor is just as important. It might keep you from breaking a leg one day. The diesel shop rebuilds and maintains the engines. We have the electricians, the boiler makers, welders, painters, carpenters, mechanics, sand operators, the hustlers, the laborers. A lot of people work together to keep the diesels running.
Riding in the caboose, you gotta watch your train, which is a couple miles of railroad. And I think our trains are about the longest trains there is around.
Take 2 boxcars into 15 miles and see what happens.
We receive trains off the P&LE and the foreign railroads, and we classify them. There's never a dull moment. The phone rings constantly. Every time somebody calls, it's a decision. That yard is so busy that you are more or less like a traffic cop. You got to say, you go, you stop, you wait, now it's your turn. It's a continuous movement, east and west. The only thing the railroad sells is service. And if this mill calls up and says, I want ore, I want coal, and I don't give them ore, and I don't give them coal, or I don't give them gondolas, then I'm not doing my job, because my job is service. If we don't improve, we can't keep up the service that the people expect. We couldn't compete. We couldn't be as efficient as we are now. It's a matter of being efficient or not being.
Railroads are really working good now. I think it's one of the better jobs you can have. Some people say that the railroads are going to dwindle away. Who can handle the stuff the railroad handles? The weight and the freight that the railroad can haul. I think they're going to be here forever.